Welcome everyone to a new series titled Do It for the Bean, where we're going to be talking everything related to specialty coffee, starting from the bean and ending in a nice delicious cup. So if you come here a little bit closer, here we have the Breville Barista Express, my espresso machine of choice, and we're going to go ahead and fire it up and get it ready. Alright, so our bean of choice for today is the Artigiano Espresso. If you come a little bit closer, here we have a 2-region bean from Brazil and Colombia. It's direct trade, which is nice. It's been processed naturally, and it's a nice medium roast. So we're going to go ahead and use that. I already have it here in this glass jar that I use, and so I'm going to go ahead and open this up. So here we're going to turn on the scale, and we're going to go for a 2-to-1 ratio. So we're trying to get 18 grams of espresso and 36 grams of coffee once it's been put in the machine. So I'm going to go ahead and add my espresso beans. Okay, so we want to make sure that we get 18 grams. Here we have 18.4, so I'm going to take out some beans. Okay, so we have still a little bit over. I'm going to take out some beans, tamp it down a little bit. Okay, good. So here you add a little bit of water, about maybe 2 squirts. This helps with the grinding process. So we're going to open up the grinder, get our beans in. And so usually I have the dial set to around 8, which is a little bit more fine for this particular kind of bean. So I'm going to go ahead and put my guard on to avoid espresso flying out. I got my filter size to double, and my portafilter of choice is this one, where you have the back open, and this helps to see if there's any channeling going on. And what we want to do is make sure that we have a good distribution so that the espresso comes out nice and clean. So I'm going to go ahead and get my beans grinded. Okay, sounds about grinded. So now I'm going to go ahead and get my clump stick, sort of declump the espresso, give it a nice swirl. If you want to catch some of that espresso magic. And my favorite part is when you give it a nice whiff. Okay, so the next part here, we're going to give it a nice tamp. And the key here is that you want to get an even distribution. And so if you look at it now, it's not distributed evenly, and that's going to cause problems when we get to the extraction. You're going to get some channeling where you get espresso shooting out from different sides. So we're going to go ahead and take our distributor over here, and we're going to put it over our portafilter, and we're just going to give a nice distributor. Voila, we have a nice distributed espresso. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that in here. We're going to get it locked. Okay, and so I'm going to get my cup. I'm going to put it on my measurement. We're going to go ahead and tare so that we start with 0. I'm going to place it under here. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and fire up the double espresso. Ideally, a good espresso shot, a good double espresso shot should be extracted between 25 to 30 seconds. And so I'm going to go ahead and get that running. And I'm going to start the timer once I get my first drop of espresso. Okay, so I've started the timer. And so here, if you look close by here, we have our espresso range. And so we want it right there in the middle of the last quarter, which is good. So we got that espresso brewing. And great. So a little bit fast. We extracted 36 grams in 21 seconds. So we might need to redial, but that's okay. And here, if you look at the espresso, we got that nice crema on top. And if you look here, we got our espresso in the bottom. And so this is a hallmark of a good espresso, when you get that nice crema, that nice foam at the top. So, and now we're gonna add some milk. All right, so here we have the Breville milk frother with a thermometer, which is great to get a good temperature for the milk. So we're also gonna throw that on the measurement scale. We're gonna change it to millimeters. And I'm going with a flat white today. So ideally, I would like 130 ml of milk. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour my milk. All right, we crossed 100 and, oh, a little over 130, but that's fine. So here we have our milk. And of course, before we forget, we're gonna take out our portafilter. And here we have our nice brewed espresso. And so, fun fact, you can also use this to grow vegetables. You know, it's good for vegetation and fertilization, but in this case, I didn't get the milk going, our milk frother. So we're gonna turn on the steam. And usually we wait to get some of the, stuck particles out on the first try. So we're gonna let the boiler boil up, get that steam going. Yeah, we want that stuff out, the water. Great, got the steam. And so now I'm gonna go ahead and put the steamer in. And so this part is generally the tricky part. So what you wanna do is, you wanna get it on the last quadrant over here. Okay, and you want to get that slight tilt, and you want to get that swirl. So once you get that nice vortex going, you know that you've got your milk frother in the correct position. So we're going to go ahead and continue to froth that. Ideally, we want to get it to around 150 degrees Celsius. Okay, wanna keep frothing. Yep, this is usually the long part. So we wanna get it, keep frothing. We're almost there. And ideally you wanna start with the milk frother low and you slowly move your way up. Okay, so if you can see on the thermometer, we've got to 150. So we're just going to give that a temp. Nice whirl. We're going to go ahead and pour the milk. Ideally, you want to pour it in one location and let it, and tilt your cup slightly towards the milk. And you just let it come down. So my barista circle, okay, so horrible barista art, but here we have flat white. And now for the testing. Wow, amazing. And there you have it, folks. We started from the bean and we ended in the cup. Until next time.